have to introduce all of them anymore. You ready?
What's that?
I'm saying that I don't have to introduce them all anymore. I just need to go through the starting lineup. You ready?
Yes.
I got Gabriel Campos.
Gabe Campos.
They don't want his full name.
He goes by Gabe.
Well, I guess I'm not.
Apparently that's what he goes by.
I took care of the other ones, so
This is our home field. Maddox Bozeman.
Yeah. Oh, wait, I have it. Hang on a second. Let me put it where I have it.
right. One's blazing,
So I'll
one's
remember it better that
blazing.
way. Stand by.
Yep.
That's what I would think it would be. Is your responsibility, that's right.
Okay, that is Matty Bozeman.
Well,
Oh no, it's Matty Bowser. So Maddox Bozeman, yes?
Maddox I'm not going with their nicknames. Maddox Bozeman, you can do that on the air, I'm gonna do that here. Maddox Bozeman, Gary Collins, Cooper Knotts, Max Mays.
Cooper Notes.
Notes.
Yes.
hey, I got you and Brittany's t-shirts too, so no problem with that. Yeah, but they don't say, no, they don't say.
Max Mays.
No, they don't.
Yes.
Brett Garcia.
Yes.
Ashton McCord.
One's a crown roll shirt.
Ashton Recor, yeah.
Record.
That's okay. That's okay. You can play the part.
Mitch Johns. Johns.
Johns.
John.
Or Jans. Sorry,
Jans.
Jans. Yes.
What'd you find out? What'd you find out? Did the city ever say anything about that pretty yet?
Grayson Gibson.
Yes.
Jacob Henderson.
No, they didn't.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Do you need anybody else that's like a substitute?
My point is, if they substitute in, I'll, you know.
That's fine.
I'm not gonna.
I got you. Okay. Now, I had the lineup.
Well,
Make sure I got the same lineup.
All right, well, let me know what happens. All right, buddy.
How did you have the notes?
All right, see you, man. All right.
Cameron Uzilia. Cameron
Celia.
Max Mays. Brett Garcia. Ashton Recor. Mitch Jans.
Mitch Jans.
Yeah, got it. For those viewing the live stream here from Jesuit, just a test here, test. Game starts at 7 o'clock.
Cut it because for all intents and purposes, infield goal.
That's just for the rehearsal. It's usually the gap. They talk about it for years.
There you go.
I mean, it's a good cheerful person. Even many drivers. I'll tell you something. She
I tell you, disappointment reigns supreme in the basketball program.
Huh?
I say disappointment reigns supreme in the basketball program. The thought is all we had to do was get by that team the other evening and we would have cakewalk to the state championship, and then the key player put his head up his ass again and that ended that.
What happened?
Just leave it at that.
Well, tell me what happened last year.
It's been, I coached for the JV team, basketball. It's been a tough season for the varsity guys. It was up and down.
Well, I mean, I'm sure I'd see him play TC a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Been up and down season.
I thought that's who you were. So he came out of the funk and he went back into it the other evening?
Yeah.
And then I understand his father performed his normal stuff after the game.
What is the funk? Just tell me.
There's a couple of funks. But you talking about a big guy? Yeah, big guy. He struggled a little bit, and he went through like a 6-game period where he was unbelievable. And then
You could, I mean, at the TC game,
yeah.
he did, I thought they should have given him the ball.
Yeah.
And then it-
Soccer trap.
He's good. He's a good player, but he was. I think they thought they could just walk through.
Okay, all right.
Clearwater.
All right, fine. I just want to also let you know that there's some soccer event at the stadium.
And they thought that we were good enough.
All right,
to win the
very
state.
good. Okay.
I think we could have made it to at least Final Four. The teams ahead of us, very beatable. We're in powerhouses. Looking at the.
What's your name, John
I'm
Goss?
Coach O.
Oh?
Yeah, I coached the JV team
I
here.
thought you
basketball.
were the JV coach. Who is still left down on the JV team? Is it a Paul kid that's still down there? Mike came up. Arroyo came up.
Yep. And
And,
then Dre,
right.
another freshman.
And then somebody keeps telling me that,
Zach.
okay.
He was my best player, Zach. He's
Okay.
another freshman that'll be there next year.
Yeah.
He's really good. He can shoot.
And is he one, is he a 1, 2, 3, 4?
He'll be like a 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, where do you, I mean, tell me, how long you been here?
This is my 7th year. I just finished.
No shit.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we have
I was-
some
I was-
JV games.
I was-
We saw some of the TC JV games.
Yeah.
We got there.
That was a hell of a goal.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Were you there, Mike?
No, I was in the parking lot, so I had to deal with it from the parking lot. Well, we were down by 4 and then we won by 8 or something.
Yeah.
With no time left on the clock. I don't know how
We
they do
pulled
that.
out, but we had a great season. So I was the coach. I don't know if you know, during the COVID year, I was the coach of the JV team that had to win those varsity games to keep the season alive.
I got you.
Yeah, because all the team had to quarantine, and that was the last time I went to the Final Four. But my JV guys and one varsity guy won 2 varsity games because if not, the season would have been over.
Are you a basketball player, background?
Basketball,
No,
baseball
he
background.
was a soccer player.
Mainly basketball.
Where?
Port Charlotte High School. Yeah. Originally from Connecticut, we got to Port Charlotte High School. We went to college Charleston.
How old are you?
I'm 44.
These gentlemen don't pay any attention to this particular sport. Gamecocks are taking on UConn on Sunday, all right? And ESPN, right next door to UConn, they always gotta come out with that human interest story. Oh, Bukers is related to this little kid with cancer. You know, make America feel for UConn, you know?
There you go.
My wife coached girls basketball.
That's awesome.
And her family is just totally in South Carolina. Board of
Oh,
trustees,
man.
presidents.
South Carolina, they take over. They're taking over, man. Women's basketball.
And this kid, the freshman.
What happened to the guy that stormed, the guy who used to be at Miami that was in South Carolina for a while? Big guy, stomped his feet all the time, everybody loved him.
Oh, Martin?
Well, yeah,
Martin, yeah. He was at UMass the last I knew. I don't know if he's still there.
Bob looked it up for me, but Jay didn't stay with him. Jake Gibbons.
No, last I knew he was there, and after that I didn't know. You heard me say that.
He needs to be out there rated or something.
So, why didn't you keep this very good player down on JV?
Well, typically freshman on varsity is very rare for
Moving
Neil.
right along.
Yeah.
Gary was freshman
I mean,
playing on it.
Well, the point I'm trying to make is, from what I understand, it didn't come up. Wasn't a hit case, it was a hell of a player. Next year, when the Saints come up, and you guys are gonna win the state championship before all these freshmen out. That's the way I'm hearing you.
Maybe.
No, maybe. I know what's gonna happen, all right? So you're bringing these guys up, and then, I mean, this is the type of family they are, Patsy, real quick, all right? My son Michael comes through, Lisa Brooks' kid, Lisa Brooks' kid, Lisa Brooks' kid, is he good, is he bad, is he good, is he bad? I said, Michael, there's no kid on the team by the name of Brooks. And come to find out, she graduated the academy in '92, and Michael graduated in Jesuit in '92.
Okay.
So I see her in the stands during the game against East Bay, I thought, well, I'm gonna introduce myself, right? So I told her about the Brooks story. Husband steps in, he says, you didn't think she took my name when we got married? All right.
You said she married a Brooks.
He's down at the YMCA, and he got out of here in like '87, '88, and is in law firm with another Mendez, right? So then I come to find out he's the South Tampa Rocks, and he played a couple of games, all right? And his dad said, that's not good enough. He puts him on a travel team, all right? Now, at the end of the season, the YMCA apparently has like an all-star thing, all right? His father tries to put him back on the roster, and they can't understand why his son didn't make, and it wasn't there all season long. Well, he was there at the end, and he's a better player than anybody else. He should be on the all-star. And now you wonder why the kid was messed up.
The kid, what is it, Brooks, you some school here?
No, it's started right.
Okay, thank you.
He said, no, he said 87.
Yeah, a Mountain Dew.
Man, that was brutal.
So maybe it's just like super slow. Yeah. Okay, you're good.
Let him know I'm logged in for him in case he logs out. If he logs in, hey Liz, if he logs in, he might log me out.
No, I'll tell him.
What's up? How are you? How's ball
Might go by. They sell Jesuit sweatshirts here.
I know. So I brought.
I didn't think I was going to do this whole over. Sure. I'm good.
Exactly.
You both?
Welcome to Hyer Family Park this evening, folks, for the visiting Calvary Christian Warriors from Clearwater across the bay here at Hyer Family Park, Paul Straub Field, to take on the Jesuit Tigers, the spring 2025 version of the Jesuit Tigers. Coaches Miguel Menendez and Greg Olson, both state championship coaches, both excellent. Just guys that are absolutely doing what they're supposed to be doing in life. They're wonderful leaders of young men. This game is always a tough one. It's both teams, they always battle it out, and they always play the game the right way. It's not typically a whole lot of funny business or smack talking or any of that kind of stuff. Yeah, they're young men and they're charged up, but always respectful, and you got to love watching teams play that way. Coach Olson, again, wonderful. Tough as a railroad spike when you play him on the field, but an absolute gentleman. Same with Miguel Menendez. So we're going to go through the player introductions and the national anthem, and the teams will take the field, and then I, Doug Politz, your announcer, will pick up then.
Walking with Shannon Mendez the other day.
Oh yeah, she's always walking.
I love it.
Miles and miles.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah, she's sort of addicted to it, so good for her.
I should start that. But I know if I ask them to join, I go a couple miles, I'm like, I'm out. And now I gotta get home.
They do this, and you still collapse. Like, scale is back. I don't know. Call me crazy.
Yeah, he's in the outfield. We had a little tailgate.
Yeah, beautiful. Well, I got, you can scan that QR code on the flyers from here if they want to watch it. Or listen to it or whatever. They're going to
Yeah, I sent it to my sisters.
Oh, well, if you got it, then
Here, keep this one. I sent this to you. Yeah, he's out there. He had an incredible game. Calvary Christian, like his defense, he made probably at least 3 Sports Center worthy. You know, running to the fence, behind the back, basket catch. No, and you don't have those on videos either. But it's alright. Alright.
Batting in the late spot is Rich James, who's designated hitter. Hitting for the outside pitcher number 34, Jason Gibson. And the ground star is number 27, Jacob Peterson, the second baseman. Also coming out of the dugout is the head coach Greg Olson and his staff color member of his roster. Well, it's the Jesuit Tigers. Leading off tonight is number 24, Vincent Cole, catcher. Batting center is number 2, Ken Goodrow, center fielder. Batting first ball is number 9, Brady Smith, left fielder. Batting cleanup is the pitcher and designated hitter, number 2, Wilson Anderson. Batting the house ball is number 4, Ronnie Santana, the first baseman. Batting sixth is number 38, Christian Sheffield, the second baseman. Batting seventh is number 22, Grace Vicente, the third baseman. Batting eighth is number 5, Colin Kenny, the left fielder. And batting ninth is number 1. Shortstop. And also coming on the field now is head coach Miguel Menendez and his staff and a member of the Jesuit Master. Now I ask all of you to please stand for the opening prayer to be followed by the playing of our national anthem as we honor America. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Almighty God, we ask for your blessing on all gathered for this game between Jesuit High School and Calvary Christian. We pray especially for the young men who compete here tonight. May they play to the best of their ability, free from injury, and according to the highest standards of sportsmanship. And may all of us in our daily lives seek to do your will for your greater glory. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. Saint Ignatius of Loyola, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Welcome to the home opener for the Spring 2025 Jesuit Tigers baseball team. I'm Doug Politz. I'll be bringing you tonight's action. The Warriors from across the bay are from Calvary Christian here for this traditional battle of Tampa Bay area and Florida State powerhouses. All right, tonight's action, we're going to see two young men who will be taking their talents to Mississippi for college. You've got Wilson Anderson headed to Starkville to play for Mississippi State, and Grayson Gibson going to play for the Ole Miss Rebels up in Oxford. So this ought to be quite a treat to watch these two guys toss it tonight. Well, the Tigers are going to take the field as left to right in the outfield, Colin Kenny, Cannon Murtaugh, and Brody Smith. Third base is Bryce Bassesi. Tyler Alvario is the shortstop. Christian Sheffield at second base. Robbie Santana at first. Behind the plate is Vincent DiCarlo. And on the mound is Wilson Anderson. To face him will be Gabe Campos, Maddox Bozeman, Darian Collins, Cam Uzilia, Max Mays, Brett Garcia, Ashton Recor, Mitch Jans, and Jacob Henderson. So Wilson Anderson, well, you could sit here and talk for probably 10 straight minutes on all the things this young man's already accomplished in his young career. Here in his junior season, he's 6'4", 191. Gets that fastball up to 96 miles an hour. He is the #1 ranked right-handed pitcher in the state of Florida, yes. In the nation, yes. He is the #3 overall ranked player in this junior class in the state of Florida and the #14 overall player in the entire nation in this junior class. He's been an all-tournament selection for Perfect Game 21 times, a member of 15U Team USA, a 2-time tournament MVP for Perfect Game tournaments, a 1-time tournament Most Valuable Pitcher, and a tournament All-American. That's pretty good. He's also going to hit for himself, and he's going to hit fourth. We have a nice little easy, kind of whispering little breeze blowing out to right field. All right, first up for Calvary Christian is Gabe Campos. Gabe, a senior, 5'11", 170 pounds. Gabe's the left fielder this evening. He is a 6-time perfect game all-tournament selection. And he will be staying over in Pinellas County and playing for Eckerd College over in St. Pete when he finishes up this May for Calvary Christian. And we are off and running, and Wilson Anderson gets himself loose and ready, and the home plate umpire checks with his crew, and they're all ready, and let's get this going, folks. So Wilson Anderson, again, gets it up to 96 miles an hour. Starts off, throws a seed in there for strike one right over the middle. And the windup, and that one, high heat, gets an empty hack, and it's 0-2. Fastball swung on and fouled back out of play. And Gabe Campos stays alive. Right-handed hitting senior. Left fielder. Wilson with a changeup, a cutter, a fastball. And there is a breaking ball, but it stayed up high, and that is the first ball he has delivered yet. 1 ball and 2 strikes. On deck is Maddox Bozeman, the shortstop. Swung on and swung through, and that's out number 1. All right, that's going to bring up Maddox Bozeman. Another right-handed hitting warrior here, senior, 5'8", 170. Shortstop, and he is a 21-time all-tournament selection for perfect game. Going to go play at Eastern Florida State College over in Melbourne. High and tight, ball 1. Squares to bunts. Does not do it. Lets the strike go. And Bryce Bassesi up on the grass over at third base. Count even, 1-1. Into the windup, Wilson Anderson. That hit right back up the middle. Christian Sheffield snags it, but not able to keep a handle on it. That's going to be an infield base hit for Maddox Bozeman. Let's get the bat on the ball. That is exactly what you do. Well done by Maddox Bozeman. Just get the bat on the ball. Somebody throwing this hard, just put it in play. Something good might happen for you. Darian Collins, the center fielder, up now. A senior, 6'1", 165. From the stretch, there's that cutter right off the outside corner. A great looking pitch. Can't tell the difference between that and that mid-90s fastball. Whew, that'll give you a fit. And there he goes, swung on and swung through, and the throw not in time. That's a stolen base into center field. But Cannon Murtaugh's got it and relays it back in. That's going to be a stolen base for Maddox Bozeman. Now Darian Collins, 21-time perfect game all-tournament selection, a 1-time tournament MVP. And the center fielder stands in against junior Wilson Anderson, who rocks and fires and gets a foul ball off into the netting on the first base side. And we got a ball and 2 strikes now. Swing and a miss. And he has got the heater working tonight. Wilson is on, and that is out number 2, both by way of the strikeout. It brings up Cam Uzilia, left-handed hitting first baseman. He is the number 2 ranked first baseman in the state of Florida in this senior class. Fastball well outside, ball 1. Cam Uzilia, in my recollection, has broken Jake Kulikowski's record of my broadcasting career of number of perfect game all-tournament selections, 47. I believe Jake had 38 or so. So Cam has built quite a resume, and it goes on from there. That is swung on and lifted straight up in the air. Foul territory on the third base side. Bassesi, it started drifting back toward the field of play, and Bassesi got a glove on it but couldn't squeeze it, and it's now a ball and a strike. So Cam Uzilia has new life. He is the number 5 ranked first baseman in the entire U.S. 2-time tournament MVP, 1-time most valuable pitcher, and a tournament All-American, 3 different occasions for a perfect game. And it is righty on lefty as Wilson Anderson looks in on the big left-handed hitting first baseman, Cam Uzilia. Anderson fires it in, and he gets a swing and a miss, and he is just throwing straight up aspirin tablets tonight. The 1-2, high and out. Too tall. And we got deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Man on second. Swing, and it is foul tipped back into and off of Vincent DiCarlo's glove. So Wilson challenged him, and it is a draw. Still at 2-2 here. Bozeman at second base after an infield single and a stolen base. He says, timeout. Okay, we're ready again now. Stiff breeze to right field now. That is swung on. It looked like a changeup. He had him out on his front foot. Bassesi over in foul territory, snags it, and that is the 3rd out, and the top half of the inning is over. Excellent pitch by Wilson Anderson there, getting the big hitting first baseman to pop up in foul territory. And so, after 1/2 of 1 inning, there are no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on base. After half of an inning, we have Jesuit 0 and Calvary Christian 0. All right, Grayson Gibson, the lefty, 6'1", 200-pound senior, who is headed up to Oxford to pitch for the Ole Miss Rebels. Coach Mike Bianco up there. Grayson has been an all-tournament pitcher, or a tournament MVP pitcher, number 19 ranked left-handed pitcher in the state of Florida at this time. And he can run it up there to 87 miles an hour. Has kind of a sort of between a sidearm and a 3/4 delivery that's got to be a chore for lefties if he starts working in a breaking ball. behind him in the outfield is going to be Gabe Campos in left, center field Darian Collins, right field Max Mays. Left to right in the infield, Brett Garcia, Maddox Bozeman, Jacob Henderson, and Cameron Uzilia. And behind the plate, Ashton Recor. Due up for Jesuit, Vincent DiCarlo, followed by center fielder Cannon Murtaugh and right fielder Brody Smith. If we get there, the fourth hitter will be Wilson Anderson hitting for himself. All right, lead things off is Vincent DiCarlo. All right, bottom of the first, Vincent DiCarlo comes up. Vincent is the number 2 ranked catcher in the state of Florida in this senior class. 24 overall ranked player by perfect game in this senior class in the state of Florida. He has been in all tournament selection 12 times, headed up to Raleigh, North Carolina to play for the North Carolina State Wolfpack. He's had a great career here at Jesuit. Now leading off, a catcher who can run, who can hit, throws well, blocks well. He's really a prize get for the Wolfpack. And he'll face Grayson Gibson. There's a spinner that spins into the strike zone, leads him off with a breaking ball, called strike 1. Into the windup. And there's the fastball down by the shoelaces, ball 1.
In the preseason, he got a hit twice in each game. He had 2 doubles in each game, and finally got an out on his 3rd at bat. Yeah, he's very good. He's Vincent DiCarlo.
That is down low. 2 balls and a strike.
They had the foresight that the Hurricanes a few years ago.
Fastball just off the outside corner and moves the count to 3-1. Vincent has really had a great start to his senior season. All through the preseason, he really has been swinging a hot bat, hot as truck stock coffee. And there's a breaking ball down low, and Vincent draws a walk. And Vincent runs for himself. He does not get a courtesy runner. They'll bring up Cannon Murtaugh. Cannon, junior, 5'9", 180, center fielder, who made some Sports Center-worthy plays at Lakeland Christian in the season opener the other night. Cannon going to play for the Duke Blue Devils when he finishes up here on Himes Avenue. The throw over, keeping him honest over there. Cannon is the number 12 ranked outfielder and 41st overall player in the state of Florida. He's 15-time all-tournament selection. The throw over again, and DiCarlo keeps his uniform clean. Nobody out. Bottom of the first. Leadoff hitter drew a walk. That's Vincent DiCarlo. Second hole hitter, Cannon Murtaugh, center fielder up now. First pitch he sees, a little inside off the plate. It's a ball and no strikes. Again, a nice steady breeze out to right field. Third baseman right up on the grass. That's Brett Garcia. Gibson throws it back over to first base again. They have gotten the memo that Vincent DiCarlo can run. Up and out. And 2 balls and no strikes. As Grayson Gibson just getting settled in. 7 pitches, only 1 strike so far. So he's just trying to find a nice steady groove here in the bottom of the first inning. Future Ole Miss Rebel gets a strike there, swing and a miss, a caught foul tip really from Cannon Murtaugh. A nice big hack there. Throw over to first. Again, 2 balls and a strike. There's a timeout. Uh-oh. Okay, so the umpire, I think that's the warning. Take it down a notch over in the third base dugout. I think that's what that is. Young men on a Friday night. That is swung on and lifted foul and out of play.
Can you make it? Oh, golly Moses.
All right.
It was phenomenal.
On deck, Brody Smith, followed by Wilson Anderson. Nobody out, bottom of the first. 2-2 count to center fielder Cannon Murtaugh. Vincent DiCarlo drew a leadoff walk. He's at first base. Warriors were scoreless in the top half of the first. That is a spinner, and that is lifted foul. And Cannon Murtaugh is putting together a good at-bat here. And he has proven to be a tough out here. And doing his teammates a great deal of a service here. He's giving them a chance to see a little bit of everything that Grayson Gibson has. And he throws over to first base. And DiCarlo scampers back and has not had to get dirty yet in his return to first base. That's about 4 throwovers at this point. Yes, he did go around. So a high fastball, and they say he did go around on it. Tried to hold it back, but the field umpire says, yes, he did go around, and that is out number 1. And that'll bring up Brody Smith. There's going to be a quick visit to the mound. I don't know if there's something up with his footing or whatever out there, but I don't think that's what it is. I think this is just a settle down, throw what you throw. There's a reason the Ole Miss Rebels want you to pitch for them. Just forget about all the other distractions and just do what you do. All right, Brody Smith up. Brody Smith going to play for East Tennessee State, the Buccaneers up in Johnson City. 6 foot, 185-pound right fielder, left-handed hitter. He's a 5-time all-tournament selection for Perfect Game. And it'll be lefty on lefty here. There's just inside. A little bit inside. And Brody Smith does not take any swings there. It's a ball and no strikes. Wilson Anderson on deck. Gibson, the throw over. Just a test of honesty at this point. I don't think he's using any of his slickest moves. I think he just wants DiCarlo to be honest and stay close. That's high and tight, ball 2. Well, as they always say, when you face a really good pitcher, probably your best shot at him is that first inning. Because once somebody like this gets into a groove, it then, of course, makes it a little bit tougher on you. 2-0. That is up, and Brody Smith keenly lets that go. Says, no, you're going to have to bring it down here. At a 3-0, he's going to have to put this thing right there in about a salad plate's radius there. Right over the plate, or I think Brody's going to be watching again. Prove he can throw a strike here because he hasn't hit that groove yet. A little bit of a bumpy start, but Vince DiCarlo still at first base, 1 out. There's a fastball, and there's a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. Right fielder Brody Smith set to see the 3-1 pitch from Grayson Gibson. He won't see it quite yet because we got another throw over to first base. That is swung on and lifted in the air, foul, just into left field, and it is now a full count. So well in the favor of Brody Smith. Early, got out to a 3-0 count, and Grayson Gibson has battled his way back to a full count now. Playing him straight away. Now no breeze. Old Glory just draped down the pole out there, not even twitching. As soon as I say that, the breeze picks up. Shows what I know. And the throw over. Swing and a miss. And a happy but empty hack. And Brody Smith heads back to the dugout. How you doing, bud? Nice to see you.
Thanks, Seth. Once again, the voice of the Tigers.
32. All right, we've got a... Now we'll get that courtesy runner. And that's going to be number Ben Burke, 32. He will allow Vince DiCarlo to get suited up. But here we have Wilson Anderson. And Wilson trying to help his own cause here. And we start back. Fresh meat for Grayson Gibson to keep honest over at first base. How have you been? Good? Fine. Beautiful night tonight.
Yeah.
It really is. It feels perfect. At what is mid-70s, the light breeze, clear skies is wonderful.
Beautiful ballpark, great teams.
Absolutely, a great game. Ball, he spins one. It lands a little bit outside, a little bit dusty. 1 ball, no strikes. Wilson Anderson in the box. Yes, Wilson Anderson is the pitcher and the DH for Jesuit tonight. Future Mississippi State Bulldog. There's a strike. So Grayson Gibson, the lefty, future Rebel. So these guys will be battling it out in the SIP come 2 years from now. If they're not on a major league roster or a minor league roster. Yeah.
All right.
That one sails a little bit wide, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Again, Ben Burke running for Vincent DiCarlo at first. So tip your hat to Grayson Gibson. Gave up the walk to DiCarlo, but that's it. He got the 2 strikeouts. And that one a little bit inside. A lot of pepper on it. It's got the zip, but it was just a little bit inside. 3 balls and a strike. On deck, Robbie Santana, the first baseman. Wilson, 6'4", 190-pound junior. And he swing, nice swing on that, but kind of in on the handle, and he fouls it straight back. I hope that did not hit our chefs over there at the.
I think he cleared him.
You think it cleared him? Pete Young's here, everybody.
They look like they haven't flinched.
All right, full count. Full count, and the throw over. Ben Burke takes a step back. I think Ben Burke could just fall down and his head would hit first base. He really doesn't have a Steelers lead right now, but I guess Gibson's going to make sure he doesn't get much farther than that. A swing and a miss, and he gets himself out of it with striking out the side. So both guys, as billed, are throwing some excellent first inning pitches here to retire everybody on strikes. So after bottom half of the first inning, no Jesuit runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man left on base. After 1 complete, we are scoreless here at Hyer Family Park. All right, folks, looks like we got over 90 viewers tonight. I'm Doug Polietz giving you the game live stream, and a very special, you can't get more special, viewer is up in St. Louis, Missouri. It is Father Richard Hermes is tuning in tonight, enjoying his sabbatical up in St. Louis for this year, and he will be making his way down here to Tampa, and I think he's planning on seeing a game in late March. Well, we sure do miss you, Father Hermes. What a wonderful presence Father Hermes was here at Jesuit. And it sounds like continues to be. He's going to make a trip back over here to see the guys. But he would hang out in the dugout with them, and he just had a wonderful presence and a wonderful air about him that really connected with these young guys. So thank you for tuning in up in St. Louis. Sorry I mentioned the 76-degree weather here because I know it's not quite that nice there. My daughter goes to the University of Missouri, and she said it's going to be -8 next week. So bundle up or stay indoors. Max Mays now to face Wilson Anderson here in the top of the second. Swing on a spinner down in the dirt, and he gets strike 1, 0-1. Max Mays, a 16-time all-tournament selection senior. 6 foot, 195-pounder. Right-hander. Fastball in the inside corner. Called strike 2. A swing and a miss. And that is big-time stuff there, folks. Like I said, Wilson is throwing aspirin tablets tonight. And that is going to bring up Brett Garcia, the third baseman. Brett, 6-foot junior, hits it in the air to right field. And making his way right toward the foul line, off the wall, just inside the foul line, is going to be a double. It just kept going and kept going, got up into that breeze, and that's going to be a double off the wall for Brett Garcia. All right, well done from Brett Garcia. Has one out here in the top of the second. That's going to bring up Ashton Recor, the catcher, senior, 4-time all-tournament selection. Curveball in there for strike one. Swing and an empty hack, a late empty hack there. (0-2), and Wilson Anderson has a runner at second base. Brett Garcia, who doubled to right field. Swing and an empty hack, as Wilson Anderson has got it dialed in tonight, folks. The fastball is really zipping. I believe every out is by strikes so far. And that's 2 outs, and that's going to bring up Mitch Jans. Mitch, a 5'9" senior, 170-pounder. He's the DH tonight. Fastball in tight, up high. 4-time all-tournament selection. So Wilson trying to make sure that Brett Garcia stays right where he is at second base. Oh, off his helmet. Oh. A fastball right off the helmet. That's exactly why you got a helmet. No, Wilson kind of trying to make his way over there, I'm sure, to say, look, man, didn't mean that. Let's see if Mitch Jans is okay. They're checking him out. He's on a knee. I think he's okay. He looks to be oriented, focused. Just letting the trainer know exactly where it hit him, what's up. He's up to his feet now. I'm glad to see Mitch Jans is okay. Coach Olson talking to the umpire. I guess he's talking to his assistant coach. He just wants to see, hey man, you ready to, you okay to stay in here and run? I'm sure that's what the question is. Okay. All right, very good. All right. Mitch Jans is going to stay in and run for himself. Good for him. So 2 outs, 2 men on. He's just going to run it off a little bit. Takes a little bit of a jog past first base, just making sure he's okay to keep going. And it looks like he is. And that is going to bring up Jacob Henderson. Jake, the second baseman, is a sophomore, 13-time all-tournament selection from Perfect Game. A right-hander. Again, runners on first and second. Brett Garcia at second, he doubled. Mitch Jans hit by a pitch. Fastball just off the outside corner. 1 ball, no strikes. We had 2 outs here in the top of the second. And Calvary Christian visiting Jesuit. Nobody has scored yet. Calvary with 2 hits on the night. That is hit a bouncing ball to second base. Christian Sheffield over to Tyler Alvario for the force out and ends the inning. All right, top half of the second inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 men left on base. We're through 1.5. Calvary Christian 0, Jesuit 0. Okay, due up for Jesuit, Robbie Santana, Christian Sheffield, and Bryce Bassesi. Bottom of the second. Robbie Santana up, a 15-time all-tournament selection by Perfect Game. He is headed over to Melbourne to play for the Florida Tech Panthers. All right, left-handed Santana facing left-hander Grayson Gibson. Grayson, 23 pitches of first inning, struck out all 3 batters, started a little bit slow, but certainly found his groove in battling back for 1 strikeout and then getting another. Santana gets a breaking pitch that he swings through to start off the half inning, 0-1. And there is a breaking ball again over the strike zone, or over the plate for strike 2. A great crowd here. Calvary Christian brought a lot of folks here. Jesuit always packs the place. And they have just perfect weather for this one. Fastball off the outside corner. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one misses outside as well. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. $110 viewers so far tonight. Glad you guys could join us. If you were here, you might not have a seat, so you got the right idea. That one fouled back into the netting. But think about it, the ones that are here, they don't get to hear this incredible broadcast. Feel free to make whatever sarcastic comments you'd like to in the chat there on YouTube. All right, Robbie Santana, again, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gibson steps off, looks over to the dugout. Coach Olson, a little bit of in-depth conversation back and forth there. But it looks like they're on the same page now, and Gibson in the windup. That one off the mark inside. All right, Robbie Santana has worked this count full. Again, nobody aboard and nobody out. On deck, Christian Sheffield. A swing and an empty hack. And Robbie goes down on strikes. All right, Christian Sheffield. '11-time all-tournament selection, right-handed hitting junior, second baseman. Brother Noah up in Tallahassee playing for the Florida State Seminoles. Swing. And a foul ball back into the netting. Of course, Dad, the legendary Major League player Gary Sheffield. Oh and 1. That one, a breaking ball, and that one finds its mark, and it's quickly 0 and 2 against Christian. Sheffield, the number 14th ranked second baseman in the state of Florida in this junior class. There are a lot of good middle infielders in the state of Florida, so that's pretty good. Off the mark, up and out, a ball and 2 strikes. Not much of a breeze right now. It's 1 and 2. Fastball right down the pipe. And Christian had eyeballs on it, but he didn't swing. And that is, I believe, strikeout number 5 for Grayson Gibson. He is really dialing it up. Both he and Wilson Anderson tonight. We are getting everything we probably were hoping and expected to get. Bryce Bassesi comes up, our third baseman. And Bryce, a sophomore, has been a tournament MVP, a 23-time all-tournament selection. He's going to go lefty on lefty. In the air to left center. It is caught. Gabe Campos makes his way under it, grabs it, and that's out number 3. All right, we're through 2. In the bottom of the second, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. It is exactly what you would expect from Calvary Christian and Jesuit. 0-0 after 2 innings. Top of the third, and we are back to the top of the Warrior lineup. Gabe Campos, Maddox Bozeman, and Darian Collins due up. Great atmosphere, as always, here at Hyer Family Park. And a beautiful evening. Clear sky, breeze out to right field, mid-70s. Wilson Anderson, Team USA 15U team, is battling it out with Grayson Gibson. Breaking ball misses to start off the top of the third. Fastball makes it. So you got a miss and a make here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gabe Campos went down swinging his first time up. There's that cutter. Oh, ooh, okay. Just a little off the outside corner. A good-looking pitch, though. Come back to that one, Wilson. Fastball kind of kneecapped him there. It's 3 balls and a strike. That is a fastball that is swung on and fouled and lifted out of play into the parking lot over by Fifth Third Bank, if that's still what they call it. I think it's called something else now. Truist Bank? I don't know. I can't remember. I got to look when I'm leaving today. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Too tall, too tight. A little bit of Chen music there, and Campos draws a walk. Brings up Maddox Bozeman. Maddox again going to play for Eastern Florida State College Titans. He is the senior shortstop. He singled on what was an infield single up the middle that Christian Sheffield made a great play to get over to, but just no time to throw it back across and get him. There's a breaking ball. That's called a ball. Looks like Bozeman had squared to bunt. Campos at first, nobody out. All right. And Wilson Anderson comes set, and he steps back off. Wilson again dials it all the way up to 96. At least that's the highest on record. That's pretty high. Spins, throws to first base. Robbie Santana sees Gabe Campos dive back. And DiCarlo, you can bet, is ready to get that right arm cranked up and see if he can throw Campos out. Another throw over to first base. Bryce Besessi well onto the grass at third base. He squares. He offers but does not make contact, and that's strike 1. Comes set at the letters, and there goes Campos. Swung on and fouled straight back into the netting, and Campos will have to head back. He got a decent jump there for sure. Everything would have had to be just right to get him. So let's see if we get another throw over, or if he makes a break for it again. We get neither. And perfectly done. A ground ball through the 3-4 hole, hits behind the runner, advances him to second base. And that is a single to right field from Maddox Bozeman, who has 2 hits here tonight. 2 singles. Very well done by Maddox Bozeman. And nobody out now, and now Darian Collins comes up. Collins, the center fielder. Now he went down on strikes swinging as well his first time up in the top of the first. A little bit different situation here. Nobody out, 2 men on. He turns around to bunt, pops it up in the air, but it does find grass, and Wilson stops him, gets in front of him, tags him, kind of almost hugs him a little bit. And I don't think Darian Collins liked that a whole lot. But the runners move up, and that's out number 1. So now that brings up Cam Uzilia. And I would say if you scripted this, we're going to have a meeting at the mound here. We got 1 out, top of the 3rd. I would say that if Coach Olson had drawn out a little bit of a script here, it would look something like this, that he has Runners at second and third, one out, and Cam Uzilia at the plate. That gives him his best shot of plating a couple of runs. Now, Cam Uzilia, number 2 ranked first baseman in the state of Florida, 17th ranked overall player in this senior class in the state of Florida, 47-time all-tournament selection. He's still got to get through Team USA, 96-mile-an-hour throwing Wilson Anderson. So this is a great treat for the fans here to see these two go at each other. All right, the meeting on the mound breaks up. And Bassesi back to third, Alvario back to short, Sheffield to second, Santana over to first. DiCarlo comes back behind the plate. And outfield is playing him straight up. Little bit of a breeze blowing out to right field. Wilson is going to go from the windup. And he's swung on, and it is sliced foul. Out of play down the left field line. That is strike one. Well, this is where Wilson Anderson certainly looking to get one himself. It certainly lifts a little bit of the burden off of you if you can get a strikeout here. A long look in. Comes set at the letters. And that's the sort of reverse move, and everybody scampers back to their respective bags. Again, one out. Turns around, bunts it down the first base line, and the throw is errant into right field. Both runs come in, and so Cam Uzilia, the big power hitting first baseman, actually bunts it, and he gets on by way of error, and both runs come in. Hey, who is at second base running now? Ball low. 6 is Jackson Hunter. All right, Max Mays takes ball low. It is 2-0 now. Calvary Christian. That is down and dusty, and it gets by Vincent DiCarlo. And that's going to be third. That's going to be a base for Jackson Hunter. Let me get the scoring. Okay, one out, and that is foul. Straight back into the net. 2 balls, 1 strike. All right, got everything together now. Max Mays headed to the Southeastern University Fire over in Lakeland to play his college ball. His first time up, strikeout swinging. Infield in. He turns around to bunt right back to Wilson. Flips it with his glove and gets him. What a great play. Excellent play by Wilson Anderson. Obviously, that has been rehearsed, as never touches the ball with his hand, just fields it with his glove, flips it to DiCarlo, and gets the sliding Jackson Hunter. Excellent play. Now there are 2 out. And there's a ball.
You have a 6, I don't have a 6.
Jackson Hunter. Okay, Brett Garcia comes up. He doubled to right field his first time up. Oh, a great pickoff move to try and get Max Mays. It is 2-0 now, Calvary. They have used the bunt very well this inning. Even their number 4 hole hitter essentially drove in 2 runs by forcing the Tigers to field a bunt down the first base line. Max Mays at first after he bunted in what was essentially a safety squeeze, but didn't work out because he was tagged out at home. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, 2-0, top of the 3rd, and this has been a very productive inning for the Warriors. Wilson Anderson swung on, and Garcia gets his 2nd hit of the night. That's a ground ball, copy and paste from Maddox Bozeman. Ground ball hit to right field between first and second. All right, Ashton Recor. Is somebody else going to? It looks like we're going to get we might be getting a pinch hitter for Ashton Recor. Yeah, it looks like we're getting a pinch hitter here for Ashton Recor. And let's see who that. Coach Olson goes over. And he's got number 31, who's Matty Bowser. All right, Matty Bowser. All right, runners at first and second, 2 out, top of the 3rd. Wilson Anderson now 50 pitches into this, and it looks like Samir Muhammad out there starting to work in the bullpen, as this has been the toughest inning for Wilson. But you know, these are, gosh, I've said this a million times. These are, yes, there are great times to have you just mow everybody down, especially with your fastball. But these are the innings that you grow in. I mean, he's got quite a brilliant career ahead of him. And what he does in these kinds of innings, this is the kind of stuff that he's going to be able to draw upon when he has to face SEC hitters. And then after that, of course, more advanced baseball hitters. So how do you get yourself out of this? How do you deal with teams that are trying to bunt or do whatever they can to get a base runner off you and a run off you? Even if it's not going your way, you still find maybe it's placement, or maybe it's go to the breaking ball, or whatever it is. This is where you really learn how to pitch. And Wilson's kept his poise great. He's in the stretch, a ball and 2 strikes, and he can get out of the inning with 1 pitch at this point. And there's a foul ball on a high fastball. Matthew Bowser, a sophomore, utility player, 6 feet 165, and he is down to Wilson Anderson 1-2. Up and out, and it's deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. 2 men on, 2 runs in already. 55. 55 pitches for Wilson so far. That's 20 balls and 35 strikes. And this is where you say, it's 2 runs. I mean, I'm sure Miguel's saying, look, if we can't score 2 runs, we don't deserve to win. So it's okay. Limit the damage, move on to the bottom half of the inning. There is a breaking ball that misses outside. You play Calvary, you always get this. You don't get anything for free. A tough, disciplined, very well coached team. All right. Not holding him on at first. Not really making much effort to pick him off at second. Just trying to get this batter out and get out of this inning. And he does not. He doesn't get the outside corner call, just a little outside. And that's going to load the bases. And it brings up Mitch Jans. Mitch was hit by a pitch. Mitch was the one that hit him in the helmet last time up. Into the windup goes Wilson Anderson. 57 pitches into it. There's that breaking ball. And that one finds a home in the strike zone, 0-1. Same pitch. Oh, a little bit high. That one maybe a little bit, maybe letter high there. Okay, 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, 2 runs already in this inning, but the bases are full. Anderson into the windup. There is a beautiful breaking ball that gets a swing and a miss. And it's, I mean, you're going to get so many people out with that when you can throw mid-90s. If they have to think about that, they can't think about that. They've got to be dialed in on the 95, and then you drop that in there. You can't help but have them on the front foot. And there is a breaking ball over the inside corner. And Wilson shows he can get him with the spinner as well, and he gets out of it, limiting the damage to 2 runs for Calvary. Okay, after the top half of the 3rd inning, where the Warriors get 2 runs on 2 hits and 1 Jesuit error and leave 3 men on, it is now 2-0 Calvary Christian. All right, 150 of you, 149 viewers so far. Love it. For all you folks, I think people are usually scattered all about the country watching these because you have grandparents and aunts and uncles and brothers and sisters and friends and former coaches, you name it. Maybe at some point you can have scouts that tune in like this. Save themselves some plane fare or gas money, and they can watch the game this way. All right, Colin Kenny is going to lead things off for Jesuit. Colin, the senior left fielder. All right, Colin, a 5-time all-tournament selection. He's going to play at Limestone University. Going to play up in Gaffney, South Carolina for the Limestone Saints, a D2 school. Bottom of the 3rd, nobody out. And Grayson Gibson picks up where he left off. He is 36 pitches into this, and as we were talking about earlier, that first inning was a good chance to get on him, but Grayson fought through that and then had a nice clean second inning and really seemed to find a groove. So we'll see if the Jesuit lineup can pick up some base runners and maybe disrupt things a little bit for him. There's a foul ball back into the netting, and we have a ball and 2 strikes. That's a fastball, and that is, I guess, just off the outside corner there, real close. If I were advising Grayson Gibson, I'd say stay right around there. That's close enough that you'll get some swings, even if the umpire doesn't see it as a strike. There is a changeup, looks like, swinging and a miss. And he's getting swings and misses, lots of them. All right. Brings up Tyler Alvario, the number 9 hitter. Right-hander, shortstop, senior, 5-time All-Tournament selection. He gets a healthy hack, but an empty one, 0-1. Another swing and a miss. A breezy hack there. He got a lot into that one, but came up empty. Fastball, too tall. Ball and 2 strikes. And he gets a swing and miss again. And Grayson Gibson is getting it done tonight for the Warriors. First time through the lineup. First time through the lineup. And he's got 7 strikeouts. That looks like a changeup, and that finds a home in the strike zone. 0-1. Vince DiCarlo up. He walked his first time up to lead the first inning effort for the Tigers. That one sliced foul, out of play, just past the first base dugout, and it's quickly 0-2 on Vince. That one bounces, so that's about a 55-foot pitch there. It looked a little different coming out of his hand, so he may have been trying a pitch he hasn't tried yet tonight. I suspect he'll go back to what you can't argue with, which is anything else that he's been throwing. Nope, DiCarlo does not offer. Well outside and high. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. On deck is Cannon Murtaugh. Senior Vince DiCarlo, catcher, at the plate. That one chopped foul, kind of right back up into his midsection. And he stays alive. And that's good. There's not too much you can do with that. This slicing breaking ball from a lefty who throws sidearm. So nice job by Vince DiCarlo. Just kind of get his bat on it, nick it a little bit, stays foul and gets another shot at this. And again, he does not go. Upstairs and outside. And it fills up the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Vince, the number 2 catcher in the state of Florida in this senior class. And he fouls it away again. And this is quite a battle, this at bat. We are about to get pitch number 8 from Grayson Gibson. Grayson is now 51 pitches into this outing here in the bottom of the 3rd. The windup, and that is hit hard and high to left field. But over there, just inside the left field line, is Gabe Campos, who makes the grab and the out. And that's going to do it for Jesuit in the bottom of the 3rd. All right, in the bottom of the 3rd, no runs, no hits, no errors, no men left on base. After 3 complete, it's Calvary Christian 2, Jesuit 0. Okay, into pitch now is going to be Samir Muhammad. Samir Muhammad all right, Samir, a Team USA member, along with Wilson Anderson. Fastball up to 93 miles an hour. A 35-time all-tournament selection from Perfect Game. He's been the most valuable pitcher 5 times. He's a tournament All-American, a tournament MVP twice. He's the number 2 right-handed pitcher in the state of Florida in the sophomore class. Number 4 overall player in Florida in this sophomore class. He is the number 6th ranked right-handed pitcher in the entire United States by Perfect Game, 6'5", 250. Again, what a treat for all these fans to see these pitchers tonight. You are seeing future arms of America. They got their own charity. All right. Top of the 4th. And who will Samir Muhammad face? Let's see. First up is going to be Jacob Henderson, who hit a fielder's choice to Christian Sheffield over at second base, his first time up. And Muhammad works from the stretch. Fastball on the outside corner, and boy, does that have a lot of zip on it. And when you're looking up at a 6'5" guy, it looks like he can reach out and just stick it into the catcher's mitt without much of a stride. There is a sharply darting breaking ball right into DeCarlo's mitt, and we quickly, in about 10 seconds, have an 0-2 count. It's like a cut fastball. Just enough to move it about 7-8 inches on the barrel of that bat. And there it is. That time it dive bombs into the dirt, blocked by DeCarlo, and he fires a strike to first base to get him out. Wow. Excellent pitching and excellent job by Vince DeCarlo back there. Blocks it, scurries out there, grabs it, throws a high heater right at the letters to Robbie Santana to get him by a couple of steps. And Gabe Campos comes up now. He has struck out and walked. And there's that breaking ball, and I tell you, very smart for Samir Muhammad. Everybody got to see all the zip on the fastball, but he keeps throwing this breaking ball, and then he comes in with the heat there across the outside corner, and the bat's still on his shoulders. This level of baseball, you're going to get just about everybody out. If you've got a fastball in the mid-90s and you have a breaking ball that's working like this. That is a good piece of hitting. Well done by Gabe Campos. Gets the bat out there, and just one of those one hop over the pitcher, and it's got enough mustard on it. It gets out in the center field, and that's a hit single. Excellent job. All right, Maddox Bozeman. He has singled twice to the right side. There's a breaking ball upstairs, ball one. One out. And Maddox, again, going to play for Eastern Florida State College, the Titans over in Melbourne. 21-time all-tournament selection, a senior. And he is swinging the bat just great tonight. He really is. Now, he pops that one straight up. And Tyler Alvario at shortstop says, everybody get out of the way, I got it. And he makes the grab and the out. All right, Darian Collins up now. He has struck out and then hit a sacrifice bunt. And sort of got tangled up with Wilson Anderson. Stolen base there. Ball one, and a stolen base by Gabe Campos. He can really run. Okay, Darian Collins, the senior center fielder. And with the runner at second base, DeCarlo and Muhammad are going to kind of get their signal straight here. You got two outs, but Calvary they've shown you year after year, they're going to make you beat them. They don't really beat themselves. They're going to make you play the routine plays. They're going to make you cover bunts. They're going to make you throw them out stealing. As I've said, such a well-coached team. Coach Olson does such a great job with them. And here we will see what Muhammad selects as his first pitch. That breaking ball that is just a killer. Great job by Muhammad. And you've got to think Collins is saying, okay, well, I know I've seen that mid-90s, and I got to see it at some point here. He calls timeout as Muhammad looks back and forth at Gabe Campos on second base. And Darian Collins kind of gets locked up and says, all right, enough. It's only so long I can stand here at the ready. 2 outs, top of the fourth. 2-0 Calvary. Muhammad, there's that breaking ball, and it is, boy, that is just a wipeout pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's got this darting, diving break to it, and it looks just like his fastball coming out of his hand. And a 6'5" guy throwing a fastball like this with that kind of a breaking ball, just a nightmare. And he gets the swing and miss there. DiCarlo with the block and the strike to first base to get out number 3. All right, Muhammad gives up no runs, 1 hit, no errors. The Warriors leave 1 man left on base. After 3.5, it is 2-0 Calvary Christian. Due up for Jesuit is Murtaugh, Smith, and Anderson. All right, to the 184 people out there watching on YouTube, thank you so much for viewing. I'm glad we can bring it to you this way. How great is it that you can catch these games remotely like this now? The wonders of technology. Of course, nothing like being there at the game, but you are seeing such high-quality baseball, especially in Florida. These teams in this Tampa Bay area, there's so many good ball players. And you look on TV and you end up seeing them, so many of them in college. And then on to, Jamie Arnold played here. He's the pitcher of the year preseason up in Tallahassee. It seems a few weeks ago he was up on the mound here. All right. So Cannon Murtaugh, future Duke Blue Devil, has struck out, and this time he fouls it straight back and up high. Out of play. Cannon, the center fielder, junior, 12th ranked outfielder in the state of Florida in this junior class. Fastball a little bit down low.
Question, Turner. Osceola versus Eastlake.
That one swung on again, fouls it straight back. High and back over the grandstand here. And Cannon now with a ball and 2 strikes. Misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That almost looked like a changeup there. Kind of had that, as they say, arm side run. Kind of diving away from the right-handed hitter. Grayson Gibson now 56 pitches. And that one is slapped right down the left field line. Gets past a diving Brett Garcia around first, and into second, sliding for a double, is Cannon Murtaugh. And he gets the first base hit of the night for Jesuit. And he is all kinds of fired up out there with good reason, as he's done what nobody else has been able to do tonight in this Jesuit lineup, and that's get a hit off Grayson Gibson. Let's see if that opens things up a bit here. Brody Smith, tying run now, so to speak, at the plate. Nobody out. Bottom of the 4th. Second time through the lineup. Infield in. First time up, Brody went down on strikes. Just about everybody did the first time up. And the Jesuit dugout is awake and alive and rowdy over there.
exactly what First Academy is going to be like. Again, the stands are going to be just like
That one, a little nubber foul. Ashton Record just has to basically stand up and just grab it and put it in his pocket. All right, Brody Smith stands in. He's got an 0-1 count. And now all the fielders have backed up. They're going to just play this straight now. Lefty on lefty. Grayson Gibson, future Ole Miss Rebel, on the mound for the Warriors. Fastball slices across and outside. A ball, a strike. Again, Cannon Murtaugh, nobody out. Led things off with a double down the third base line. He's at second base now. Spins and throws, and Murtaugh is back, and the medevac helicopter lifts off over St. Joe's Hospital and into the center field sky, headed over toward Raymond James, where there's some soccer event tonight. I saw more Lionel Messi jerseys than I could have ever imagined. That one just half swing, rolls it into the field of play right up to a charging Grayson Gibson, and it's effectively a sacrifice bunt. Sort of a check swing there, but it gets the job done. It gets Cannon Murtaugh to third base. All right, one out. Brings up Wilson Anderson. Well, yes, Wilson Anderson. Yes, he started the game pitching, but he was also the designated hitter, and so he remains in the offensive lineup. And will take his hacks against Grayson Gibson, and a foreboding of what we may see up in the Mississippi SEC contests of the future. That one hit high and deep. That's got it some carry. That's got a chance, and it is dropped at the warning track. It hit Gabe Campos's glove, but he does not make the catch, and in comes Cannon Murtaugh, and standing on second base is Wilson Anderson. Nice piece of hitting by Wilson there, and they call that one a hit, as that is going to be an RBI double for Wilson Anderson. Okay, there's one out now. Miguel Menendez comes out, gives Robbie Santana a little pep talk. Robbie struck out swinging his first time up. Again, everybody did, so no shame there. Grayson Gibson has given up his first 2 hits of the night here in the bottom of the 4th. He is 61 pitches into this, and he's got Robbie Santana for a lefty on lefty. Matchup here with Wilson Anderson. Just hit that RBI double at second base, and a swing and a miss on a breaking ball as Santana, it's sort of a sweeping breaking ball. It's not a darting quick one. It's sort of got a sweeping nature to it because of that sidearm delivery. Boy, it must give these lefties a fit. Robbie Santana going to play at Florida Tech for the Panthers over in Melbourne. That's a fastball that zips outside for a ball and a strike. 2-1, bottom of the 4th. This one has been everything you could have hoped it would be. It's exactly what you would expect from Calvary and Jesuit. Excellent pitching. well-coached teams, timely hitting. It's very few walks. One error in the whole game is exactly what you would expect. And that one swung on and hit straight up in the air. Ashton Recor runs back to the net, but lets it fall, and it bounces here in the mid-walkway between the lower and upper levels for a foul ball. That's the big roar. There was a little kid trying to run away from it, and the little guy almost ran right into it. But he's okay, folks. That was a bit more excitement than he probably had hoped for tonight. All right, Robbie stands in there, a ball and 2 strikes. And that's first baseman Robbie Santana, 15-time all-tournament selection from Perfect Game, 6'1" senior. Has another shot. That one, fastball, too tall. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, 1 out, tying run at second base. And there are some teammates up throwing a little bit, just lightly throwing in the bullpen for the Warriors. Fastball. And the home plate umpire says, no, that's outside. Ashton Recor and just about the entire Warrior coaching staff asking for some clarification on that from the home plate umpire. And he says, full count. That was outside. So I'm with him. If it was outside, it wasn't by much. But he is the appeals court and the Supreme Court. So there's not anywhere else you can go with it. A long look. And now here comes Gibson. Fastball, that one's well outside, and that's ball 4. And I tell you what, Robbie Santana earned that walk. It's such a shame in baseball bookkeeping that goes down as essentially a no-show at bat. Well, thankfully, Sabermetrics has included that in the on-base percentage. On OPS, I mean, the idea is get runners on base. You can't score if you don't get on base. For those of you who've seen Moneyball. All right, brings up Christian Sheffield. Don't get me on that soapbox of sabermetrics, because we've got ways to quantify all these little things that used to be forgotten and overlooked. All right, Christian Sheffield, the second baseman. Now, Christian was called out on strikes his first time up. He now comes up in the bottom of the 4th. 1 run already in. That's Cannon Murtaugh, came in on the Wilson Anderson left center double. 2 teammates aboard for Christian Sheffield. Grayson Gibson throws pitch number 68, and it's a swinging strike 1. Again, 1 out. On deck, Bryce Bassesi. That one bounced in there. Fastball in the dirt. And Ashton Recor, nice job blocking that one. He blocks that one, and it ends up right in front of home plate. Anderson and Santana have to stay put, and now it's a 1-1 count. Boy, that sure does help. You're Grayson Gibson, and you miss fire like that, and you got a catcher that can keep it right there and nobody moves. Boy, that sure helps you out. All That was sort of a miscommunication on that pickoff attempt to second base. Gibson looks a little bit frustrated. I don't know if there was some sort of sign he was supposed to get to wheel around and throw, but nobody was covering the base. And he kind of shook his head in a little bit of frustration. But, okay. He steps back on the rubber, looks for his sign from Recor. He kicks and fires, and that is just inside. And a lot of complaining now on that side. Trying to get that inside corner. Basically, where I'm sitting, the left side of the home plate. So an inside to a right-hander or an outside corner to a left-hander. Boy, that's been like trying to pick a lock with a spaghetti strand. It ain't happening so far. Curveball down and in, 3 balls and 1 strike. And we'll have a meeting at the mound between Recor and Gibson. All right, Christian Sheffield, 3 balls and a strike. And another step off. So lots of long looks either into the dugout or the home plate, or it's a very tense moment in the game, and I think Gibson trying to make sure everything's dialed in right here. That one swung on and fouled away and out of play on the first base side. Sheffield now with a full count. And the first base umpire is asking to talk to Miguel Menendez. And it sounds like he's pointing at the dugout. I don't know. I don't know if some of the chatter is too salty or what. I don't know. It looks like Miguel is telling the guys whatever he has to tell them. I guess that's what that is. It's not like they have one of those mics like in an NFL game where they announce to the stadium what the issue is. You just kind of have to read the body language. Okay, full count. 1 out. Still 2-1 Warriors. And that is hit straight up in the air, high as can be, and Cam Uzilia at first base makes the catch. Almost looked like it was going to pop out of his glove, but he got it. All right, everybody stays put as Sheffield pops up to first base, and that's going to bring up Bryce Bassesi. Bassesi, the sophomore, third base, 23-time all-tournament selection. He is the 9th-ranked. He's actually the 9th-ranked catcher in the state of Florida. He's been a tournament MVP once. There's that fastball in the outside corner, and again, the plate on that side, it may as well be round, because that is just not, that's not one that he has given anybody tonight. And it's interesting because of the sidearm delivery. You think that ball sweeping across home plate would catch the corner or have a better chance at it. That one off the handle, fielded well by Gibson. The toss across in time, and that ends the inning. Okay, bottom of the fourth, 1 Jesuit run, 2 hits, no errors, 2 men left on base. After 4 complete, it is Calvary Christian 2 and Jesuit 1. All right, Coach O, you're pulling one out of the archives there. I'm liking that one. That's my old wheelhouse there. All right, moving into the top half of the 5th inning, and due up. Let's see, due up is going to be, I don't think it's going to be Jackson Hunter. I'm going to say that's going to be Cam Uzilia, Max Mays, and Brett Garcia. Yeah. Okay, Samir Muhammad comes in to face the middle third of this Warrior lineup. And Samir has thrown 12 pitches in his 1 inning of work so far. 9 strikes, 3 balls. He can really fire it in there. He throws some darts. And there's a lot of words with Coach Menendez and the home plate umpire over at third base. I don't know the content of that, but Miguel does not seem to be too, he doesn't seem to be too worried about it. And the two have gone their separate ways, and Cam Uzilia takes ball 1 up and out. He has flown out essentially in foul territory on the third base side, and then probably the play of the game so far was when this big power hitting first baseman bunted it down the first base line, and it ended up scoring 2 runs on that play. That's that outside corner, and that's not going to happen. 2-0. Really, I'd say so far that's the play of the game. I mean, it scored as an error, but it just bunted well, not completely played perfectly defensively, just a little bit off the mark on the throw, and 2 men score. So Jesuit has definitely battled back from that, having a Cannon Murtaugh sparked rally last inning and got one of those runs back, but right now still 2-1. Samir Muhammad now with a 3-0 count. Throws that breaking ball, misses outside, and Cam Uzilia is aboard with a base on balls. He gives way to Max Mays. Now Max, the right fielder, senior Max Mays, going to play for Southeastern University over in Lakeland. The Southeastern Fire. He has struck out and hit a fielder's choice. I mean, that's pretty much how you have to score it. He basically bunted, and Wilson Anderson made this exceptional play that you usually see at second base between the shortstop and second baseman, where he sort of fielded it with his glove and just flipped it with his glove to Vince DiCarlo to stop the run from scoring. An excellent play. And he squares around, bunts this one, but it goes foul. 0-2. And that is chopped foul on that breaking ball. And basically Max basically chopped that foul. He's just fought it off. It's a good job. And there's not much else you can do with that, especially when you have to be on guard for that 93, 94 mile an hour fastball from a 6'5" guy. And there it is, and he fouls that off. So a good at bat from Max Mays here. There's that breaking ball. That one's down and dusty. And it is blocked by DiCarlo. And there's a ball. A ball and 2 strikes. 1 runner aboard, nobody out. We're in the top of the 5th now, 2-1 Calvary. There's a fastball over the outside corner. And that one got there in a hurry for a looking strikeout to Max Mays. And very well placed. All right, brings up Brett Garcia. Now, Brett Garcia, he has doubled to right field. He has singled to right field. And that's a breaking ball down low, ball 1. Brett Garcia, the junior third baseman, is absolutely swinging a hot bat. And he hits a hard ground ball into the 5-6 hole, and he has his 3rd hit of the night. I mean, Brett Garcia is showing you how to get it done. A base hit machine tonight. Okay, runners at first and second now, and we have Ashton Recor, the catcher, who comes up. Ashton has struck out swinging. And Coach Olson, with 1 out and runners at first and second, he's given a lot of instructions to everybody. So is that an instruction to bunt? Don't get doubled off. Maybe want to see if Samir fields his position well. Not squaring the bunt, ball high. First and second, nobody out. I can see Coach Olson bunting, but first and second, 1 out. Swing, an empty hack. Samir reared back and hummed that one. He really did. A lot of smoke on it. Evens up the count. We got a ball and a strike. Fastball inside. And it's 2 balls and a strike.
Let's get to actually like
Did he go? No. That is a ball well outside and down in the dirt. And DiCarlo has to smother it out there. Good job. Keeps it in front. Nobody can go anywhere. It's now 3-1. So Muhammad now 16 strikes, 12 balls, 28 total pitches. How many of you guys are out there? Let me see. 241 so far. And that is a foul tip off the, I think it was off the umpire's shoulder maybe. Anyway, full count now. Two-1 Calvary. Again, excellent ball game. Well played, well coached. Well officiated. It's been very fair. And the guy just doesn't call that particular corner, but otherwise, not involving themselves too much in the game. Every now and then, telling the coach the guys are getting a little rowdy, but not making it about them. Sliced foul into right field. And we are still at a full count here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This will be the 7th pitch of this at bat. Long look in there. Samir nods, comes set. And there is that breaking ball. He gets the swing and miss. And they had Brett Garcia way off first base. DiCarlo fires it right on the money, but no tag. And so Garcia slides back in, and you get the strikeout. But you don't get the throw out. Okay, 2 outs now. Do we have a pinch hitter here? Okay, Chase Brady comes in. He is going to pinch hit. Chase, a sophomore. 16-time perfect game all-tournament selection. Comes in with 2 outs, and that one is that breaking ball, but DiCarlo blocks it. That one down in the dirt. So that one, it was landing a whole lot more that first inning when Samir came out and started using it a lot right out of the gate. That one has landed down in the dirt a little bit. There is some action in the Jesuit bullpen. Right now, Samir 32 pitches into this. 19 strikes, 13 balls. Long look in there. 1-0 count right now. And there's that fastball. And he gets a swing and a whiff. That one right in on the hands. Chase Brady fouls that off into the netting on the first base side. And we now have a ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. And we've had sort of a slowdown of pace of play here in the last inning or so. These have been some tense half innings with multiple runners on board, pitchers really having to work their way through some tough situations. Muhammad, fastball, fouled off by Chase Brady, who's been a tough out here. He's gone ball, strike, foul ball, foul ball. Long look in from Samir, and he looks like he's a little bit confused. Okay, now he sees it well. Vincent went back through all the signs, and we got a 1-2. That one, a high chopper at third base, picked up by Bassesi. The toss across, in time, ends the inning. Okay, top of the fifth. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 2 men left on base. After 4.5, it is still Calvary Christian 2, Jesuit 1. And we are going to have a new pitcher here. What? All right, we're back, and Caden Schlotterbeck has taken over for Grayson Gibson, who threw 75 pitches. He's a junior lefty. He will be pitching to Colin Kenny. Is that Colin Kenny? Who's up for us?
Jack Fultz.
Okay, we have a pinch hitter, Jack Fultz. All right, Jack Fultz up for Jesuit. Caden Schlotterbeck pitching. Now for Calvary, trying to get it all straight. We got a lot of subs here, folks, in the bottom half of the fifth. So Jack Fultz don't know if he is coming in to play defense as well. That is hit straight up in the air to the left side. Over there is Maddox Bozeman at shortstop. He makes the catch and the put out. And we've got a new pinch hitter here for Tyler Alvario. What number is he?
21.
Thank you. Chris Hemmings. Chris Hemmings is going to pinch hit. He gets a swing and a miss to Caden Schlotterbeck. Fastball up high, too tall. Chris, a senior, 14-time all-tournament selection. He is the number 31 ranked right-handed pitcher in the state of Florida in this senior class. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's a swing and a miss. And now it's a ball and 2 strikes. Of course, with both these teams, we've seen nothing but top-ranked pitchers. Such high-quality baseball. 2-1, bottom of the 5th. And called strike 3. And 2 quick outs for Jesuit, and we now have, looks like Vince DiCarlo's back up. All right, Vince DiCarlo comes up. He has walked and flown out right down the left field line on a great play by Gabe Campos out there. And we will see if Vince can get aboard again. That is a breaking ball that is down and dusty. That one kind of in on the hands, and he muscles a foul ball straight back out of play. And Vince DiCarlo, the leadoff hitter, is now 1-1. Sort of a soft breeze blowing out to right field. We have a 1-run game here. Caden Schlotterback, the lefty, has come in for another lefty, Grayson Gibson. He misses up there, who had a stellar performance. Gibson had 7 strikeouts. That one's up and away. And it's now 3-1. And Schlotterback steps off, and then he smiles up into the stands. I don't know if someone had yelled something. I wonder if it's a familiar voice to Caden, but he gets a visit from Ashton Recor, and I think we are all set. 3-1. Fastball too tall, and DiCarlo draws his second walk. That's going to bring up Cannon Murtaugh, who really started things off last inning. I think we're going to get a pinch runner now for Vince DiCarlo, or a courtesy runner. All right, Ben Burke is going to run for Vince DiCarlo. And Cannon Murtaugh, who has struck out and doubled down the left field line and then scored. The only Jesuit run thus far. And we'll see if Cannon has anything up his sleeve for this, the bottom of the 5th. And we're going to get a visit to the mound. Schlotterback fires, and it's up high. It's now a ball and no strikes to Cannon Murtaugh, junior center fielder, future Duke Blue Devil. And that one is a fastball that is too tall again, and it's now 2-0. And I think the Jesuit student section is giving him the business over there, trying to see if they can maybe tilt the scales in the Tigers' favor here, as it's always an uphill climb trying to beat Calvary because they're always so good. And so is Jesuit, so I'm sure they'd love this feather in their cap if they could come over here and take one from the Tigers. Jesuit, 4 of the last 6, I mean, if you count that COVID year, 4 of the last 6 years has won the state championship. Can't count the COVID year, I know, but they were ranked number 1 in the country when play was stopped. That is a hefty but breezy hack, and it's now 3 balls, 1 strike. Had the green light with 3-0. A long look. Okay, Schlotterbeck ready now. He comes set at the belt. And a nubber, sort of a pool cue shot right off the end of the bat, right over to Coach Olson for a foul ball. A swing and a miss on a low fastball. He gets Kenan Murtaugh swinging. Okay, in the bottom half of the 5th inning, somebody from Calvary has just been ejected by the home plate umpire. There's a lot of words right now with Coach Olson and the home plate umpire, but he has just tossed somebody from that dugout. I know Schlotterbeck came off the mound and was looking up at the Jesuit student section, sort of, you know, yeah, take that kind of stares you get sometimes, but I don't know who it was. I have no idea. Somebody in the dugout. Could be a coach, could be a player, I don't know. Bottom of the 5th, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man left on base after 5 complete. It's Calvary Christian 2, Jesuit 1. Well, I don't know who it is, again, who has been relieved of their duties for Calvary tonight. All right. Should be Jacob Henderson, Gabe Campos, and then Maddox Bozeman in the top of the 6th. Let's see. No, it looks like, yeah, it is. That's Jake Henderson. Yep, okay. And lots of talk, and home plate umpire has his little pad out where he keeps up with the lineup and who's subbing and who's not. And I guess he has a little ejection page on there too. I don't know. Now they're going to go over to Miguel, and the third base umpire is going over to talk to Miguel to let him know what's what. Coach Olson is headed to third base now. Okay, Coach Olson heads to third base, and home plate umpire points to Samir Muhammad and says, all right, let's get it on. Let's go. It's 9:15. It's Valentine's Day, and dinner's waiting. A swing and a miss, and Samir Muhammad rears back and heaves one and gets a swinging strike one on Jacob Henderson, who is a foul ball. So he is 0 for 2 thus far with a fielder's choice and a drop third strike thrown out at first base. And he's now 0-2. And that one is off the handle, a slow roller. Sheffield gloves it across in time to Robbie Santana. And a nice play by Christian Sheffield. Had to come charging in on it. It was beyond the reach of Muhammad. And nicely played by Christian Sheffield. And we have one out. And we have the top of the order. Gabe Campos, the left fielder, has played a great game out in left field. He has struck out, walked, and singled up the middle. And there is that breaking ball that got the half swing. And that's where it really comes in, is when he can throw it like that, where it darts just off the end of the bat, but looks like it's going to be his fastball right out of his hand. Now that one bounced in there, so that one's low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. But that's where it really gets him, and the guy starts to swing and then sees it dart away from him, tries to hold up and can't. There it is, but that one missed a little low. It's got a beautiful shape to it. And man, when he can land that in the strike zone, it is lethal. There is the high heater, right up under the chin. And it's 3 balls and a strike. There's a fastball right down the pipe. And Samir getting a lot of encouragement from his classmates up in the Jesuit student section. The Blue Tide is pulling its weight tonight as it's now a full count. Samir set at the belt, kicks, fastball, a bouncing ball right over to Sheffield, and it gets away from him, and that's going to be a reach on error for Gabriel Campos. As Christian got in front of it, but lost the handle on it. And that's going to put Gabe Campos at first base. And Maddox Bozeman comes up. Well, Maddox Bozeman has singled again, and popped up to the shortstop. That one is a bouncing ball to the shortstop, to second base for 1, over to first base, and not in time. All right, that's 2 away on the force out at second base as Maddox Bozeman gets to first base on a fielder's choice and brings up Darian Collins, the center fielder who has struck out, sacrifice bunted, and been thrown out on a drop third strike. And there goes Bozeman. He had a great jump. Throw is not on the mark, but right there to pick it up is Murtaugh. So a stolen base for Maddox Bozeman. And he wasted no time getting down into scoring position. Darian Collins, again, a tournament MVP, a 21-time perfect game all-tournament player, senior, 6'1", 165. And now Samir Muhammad's going to get a visit at as he's about to deliver his 48th pitch. All right, guys. Again, this is Doug Politz. Gladly bringing you the live stream here. It's a wonderful night, a full crowd, just a full house here on a beautiful, comfortable evening, seeing some great baseball. 2-1 in the 6th inning. Just great. We have almost, right now, 299, so we're about to break 300 viewers tonight. And it's typically all over the country that they're listening from because so many people have relatives in this area wanting to keep up with their young grandchildren, nephew, you name it. All right, Darian Collins, 1 ball, no strikes. He's got teammate Maddox Bozeman at second base. There is that sharp breaking ball that has gotten so many swings and misses tonight. And Muhammad, I'd say, I mean, in some ways it seems like he sets up his fastball with that pitch. And there it is again, but it misses the target. And the 2-1. There's that breaking. Ooh, there's that breaking ball. I think Vince thought that was a strike, but home plate umpire did not, and it's now 3-1. Miguel's asking Vince, hey, where was that? And Vince kind of did the old shoulder shrug. Outside, I guess. Okay, Collins stands in for the 3-1. Nope, that one down in the dirt and outside. And that's number 51. As far as 51 pitches for Samir Muhammad. And Collins earns himself a base on balls, and it brings up big Cam Uzilia. All right. Cam Uzilia, again, 47-time perfect game all-tournament team. Number 2 ranked first baseman in the state of Florida in this senior class. He has flown out, reached on an error, and walked. And he gets a big hack in there, but an empty one. Oh, a little half swing, and it sort of taps it foul. Wanted it, didn't want it. One of those kind of, he probably wants that swing back. It looked like it was tailing the old arm side run from right-hander Samir Muhammad, and it was sort of running away from him. He ended up kind of tapping it out in the foul territory back here on the third base side. Oh-2, and Muhammad in the driver's seat in this at bat. And he gets the swing and miss and gets out of the inning. And that was a big strikeout for Samir Muhammad. All right, in the top of the 6th, no runs, no hits, 1 error, 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom half of the 6th inning, and it's 2-1 Calvary Christian. All right, due up for Jesuit is Brody Smith, Wilson Anderson, and Robbie Santana. So we'll see. Brody Smith, future East Tennessee State Buccaneer, up in Johnson City, Tennessee. Brody, left-handed hitting right fielder. Let's see, have we broken 300 yet, guys? Let me see. Come on now. Yes, 308 viewers. I love it. Okay, and that one is too tall. Brody Smith. He has gone down swinging and grounded out. There's a breaking ball, spins it in there for a strike. There is a big hack, a mighty hack, a breezy hack though. 1 ball, 2 strikes. All right, Brody Smith, left-handed hitting right fielder. He swings and he slices it into his own dugout for a foul ball. Well outside there is Schlotterbeck, and he's got 2 balls, 2 strikes on the leadoff hitter here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. That is Brody Smith. Did he go? He says he went. Goodness. Okay, looked like he pulled back on that, but third base umpire says, nope, that's a strikeout, and so we have 1 away. All right, brings up Wilson Anderson. Now Wilson doubled into left center field to bring Cannon Murtaugh home. And so he has gone down swinging and doubled. And he bunts down the third base line right to Timmy Knowles. So that is a foul ball. That was a good bunt. It just curved foul. But I don't think anybody was suspecting that. So I suspect he won't be able to get away with it if he tries it again. All right. Wilson Anderson now righty, so it'll be lefty versus righty. As Schlotterbeck throws him a changeup that sort of dive bombs away from him. That's a great pitch. But it gets an empty hack from Wilson Anderson. He's now 0-2.
He graduated early, went to JUCO. He was 16 when he graduated. Went to play JUCO because he only wanted to play 1 year of college.
Oh, that one comes inside, right on the handle, and Wilson does a good job of fouling that off. So he's now still kind of behind the sticks here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one outside, and it evens it up. Okay, so Caden Schlotterbeck still has some wiggle room at 2-2. But Anderson doing a good job working through this. Trying to keep himself in a good place to get a hit here. And again, fouls it off. So he's seeing probably one of everything here. Getting a taste of the whole menu. And Caden Schlotterback is now 30 pitches into this. 12 balls, 18 strikes. A solid outing here in this last inning and a half, so to speak. All right, Wilson Anderson now. Looks like he's choking up a little bit. Or maybe that's just the different colors of the gloves. Oh, and finally we get that inside corner. I think that's the first time he's rung up that inside corner pitch on a right-hander tonight. And that's going to bring up first baseman Robbie Santana. He has gone down swinging and walked. And here comes Robbie Santana, and he watches ball one out wide. Too tall, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. There's a fastball, and there's a strike. Schlotterback with a good-looking fastball there. To Robbie Santana. 2 balls and a strike now. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. And that one again is too tall, and it's 3-1. And with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th and a 1-run deficit, Jesuit is running out of outs. Need a base runner, need a run. And he misses the mark. And Santana again draws a base on balls. And it brings up Christian Sheffield. Now Christian has been called out on strikes and popped up to first base. We have a pinch runner, it looks like, and we're going to get a new pitcher. Okay, Cooper Notes is going to take Cam Uzilia's place at first base. Cooper, tall lefty over at first base, is going to take the place of Cam Uzilia. Now Cam is going to move from first base over to the pitcher's mound, where he throws up to 87 miles an hour. He's been the tournament most valuable pitcher once in a perfect game event. And remember, he's such a highly ranked first baseman, but also can toss it. A right-hander. Let's see, where are we? We're at 331 viewers tonight. Still with us. It's 9:35, so we are over 2.5 hours into this one. And we've got Christian Sheffield up. Christian, again, has gone down on strikes and has popped up to first base. Joey DeLucia running at first base, a pinch runner for Santana. Oh, and Christian Sheffield gets a curveball to the lower back. And it looks like there's some words exchanged with him and Cam Uzilia. And Greg Olson, I think, is saying, look, are we're gonna call it both ways or not? I think that's what what the beef is there. All right, Bryce Bassesi comes up, the lefty. All right, Bryce, 23-time all-tournament selection, a sophomore. He has flown out to left field. He has grounded out to shortstop. Well, to the pitcher who ran over that direction to field it. But runners at first and second. 2 outs. And a inside fastball. He fouls it off. So tensions are now getting high here. We got 2 good teams in a tight battle here. And Coach Menendez is being, he's going to get a runner for Christian Sheffield. I don't know if his back is bothering him after getting hit with the ball. I don't know. Let's see. We're going to have somebody else come in and run. And that's going to be 34. Let's see. Number 34 for Jesuit, Brian Schultz. All right, Brian Schultz running for Christian Sheffield, who was hit by a pitch. Joey DeLucia is running for Robbie Santana, who walked. So Cam Uzilia now facing Bryce Bassesi, sophomore third baseman. A fastball down and in, and there's a ball and a strike. And there's his first breaking ball of the night. And Uzilia drops that one in there, but a little low, and Bassesi does not fish, and it's now 2 balls and a strike. That one bounces in there, well blocked by Recor, but it sort of ricochets off toward first base, right at the cutout, and it's a wild pitch. It allows everybody to advance. As a first baseman, yeah. Yes. Okay, do we have another pinch hitter with the bases loaded? Now, I misspoke in that was it wasn't really a wild pitch. It was ball 4. And so now Ben Burke is going to come up, and he's going to pitch. He's going to pinch hit with the bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th, down by 1 run against Calvary Christian. No pressure. Okay. Let's see, Ben. Ben's a junior, 24-time perfect game all-tournament selection. takes strike one as Cam Uzilia jumps ahead in the count, 0-1. All right, nowhere to put him. Fastball, too tall, ball and a strike. All right, Ben Burke pinch hitting here, bottom of the 6th. Great baseball, folks. And nobody has left. It is still a packed house. Barely a whisper of a breeze out to right field right now. And that one is sliced back into the netting. Foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cam Uzilia versus Ben Burke right now. Righty versus lefty. And there's that breaking ball. I'll tell you what, that is a really good pitch. Did not get the swing and miss there, but what a great job by Ashton Recor to drop, block that. It ends up right in front of the plate. Nobody can go anywhere. It gives your pitcher so much confidence to be able to throw a pitch like that in that situation and know your catcher can block it. And there's a fastball outside corner, fouled off by Ben Burke. Off into the pond, and this is a great battle with these two. We've gone strike, ball, foul ball, foul ball. Deuce is wild. Couple of balls, couple of strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. And there is that breaking ball. And Cam Uzilia drops a breaking ball in for a strike, and he is greeted with a bunch of chest bumping by all of his entire dugout. It was a great pitch, and he gets out of a jam to protect that 1-run lead. And so in the bottom of the 6th, there's nobody out. There were no runs, no hits, no errors. 3 men left on base. We move to the 7th inning, and it's still Calvary Christian 2 and Jesuit 1. Pardon me? I can't tell. Yes. Jay Kirshner in at second base. All right, Samir Muhammad still working. Is that Burke? 32 out there? I think it's Burke. 32. Swing and a miss for Max Mays. He has struck out, hit into a fielder's choice, or bunted into a fielder's choice, and struck out. There's that swing and miss pitch of Samir Muhammad's. That killer breaking ball he throws. There's a ball down and dusty. Went back with that breaking pitch. That went that time off the mark in the dirt. Good 0-2 pitch. Samir, 57 pitches now, 36 strikes, 21 balls. Again, works from the stretch at all times. And there's the high heat. Swing and a miss. And there's out number 1. Brett Garcia comes up. Now Brett has doubled and singled twice. He is 3 for 3 tonight. There's a fastball, too tall, ball 1. So Garcia is swinging a hot bat tonight. There's a breaking ball, and that one misses the mark. 2 balls, no strikes. There's a fastball over the outside corner. It's got the zip and it's got the location, and it's strike 1. 2 balls and a strike. And there, copy and paste, same pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And so Garcia has proven he can go the other way quite effectively. This would be the time to do it. 2-2. No, he high Baltimore chop to third base across the diamond. Not caught there. Gets by Robbie Santana, but a hustling Vincent DiCarlo is right there. And Brett Garcia is aboard again, this time on an error. All right, 1 man on, and that's Brett Garcia. All right, Ashton Recor. He has struck out twice at this point. Called strike 1, and he's got that outside corner down now. So Samir, 64 pitches into this, and if he keeps working that outside corner with that 93 fastball, he's going to be in good shape. That's a ball that's down and dusty, and it's now a ball and a strike. Garcia on base for the 4th time tonight. He's at first base, reaching on an error. 3 base hits prior to that. And he represents an insurance run, and the pickoff throw gets away from Robbie Santana, but not so far away that Garcia can advance. On deck is... Let's see. No, I'll work on that. Just give me a second here, folks. Right now we got Ashton Recor, who's facing Samir Muhammad. There it is. That's that curveball. Spins its way right into the strike zone. It's now a ball and 2 strikes. Samir delivers, and there's a breaking ball. Does he go? No. It looks like a big no, and that ball's in the dirt. And Vincent DiCarlo blocks it, hustles out to get it, and nobody can go anywhere. The typical exceptional game behind the plate from Vincent DiCarlo. And there is strike 3 called, and it's a breaking ball again. And I tell you, he has just, when he pulls the string on that pitch, it's just a killer pitch. And I think Miguel is, now that Samir is at 68 pitches, it's early in the season. I don't know. Maybe he's saying, how you feeling? I don't know. He's had a few guys warming up out there. He's leaving him there. Okay, so Chase Brady is not who is coming up to hit. This is first baseman Cooper Notes. So Cooper Notes is going to come up and hit now. All right, Cooper Notes, left-hander. Junior left-hander, 6'2", 175. He's playing first base now. 5-time perfect game all-tournament selection. He has teammate Brett Garcy aboard at first base. There are 2 outs. Top of the 7th here. Warriors looking for an insurance run. Fouls that fastball back into the netting, and it's now 0-1. Coach Menendez hustles over and grabs it. The throw over. A diving Brett Garcy. That was sort of just a nice, easy toss. I don't think that's Samir's strongest move over there. He may be baiting him a little bit. A hot fastball, but he does not swing. It's a ball and a strike. 2-1 Calvary. Top of the 7th. Excellent game thus far. That fastball is up at the eyes and outside. So now it's 2 balls and a strike. I'm guessing, and Samir wants to talk with Vince DiCarlo. I'm going to guess Miguel might not want to push Samir too much more beyond this. It's early in the season. The young guy's got a ton in the tank. He's 6'5", and he is something to see out there, but it's early. I imagine Miguel is not going to tax him too much further. And that one bounces it in, and that's going to be a wild pitch that puts Garcy on second base now. And it's now 3-1. .72 pitches for Samir. Long gaze in there at DiCarlo for the sign. Fastball on the outside corner. And it's 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. So let's see if Samir can get himself out of this and finish out this inning. Oh, fastball right on the outside corner, and it's fouled away. So Cooper Notes putting up a great fight here against the Team USA sophomore Samir Muhammad. It's been foul ball, 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 strike, foul ball. We're looking at pitch number 7 coming up here. That'll be number 75 for Samir Muhammad. And it is fouled away. And you got to tip your hat to Cooper Notes. He is making a great showing for himself. Again, making Jesuit earn every out. Samir looks like he couldn't see, and now he's okay. And that one is fouled away. So we are now, let's see, that is 8 pitches. 4 of them are foul balls. So Cooper Notes, with a full count here, has fouled off 3 pitches. And that one hit in the air, softly, just over the first baseman's head. That's going to be a single. And that is going to score Brett Garcia from second base. What an at-bat from Cooper Notes. What an at-bat. He gets the bat on the ball just enough to carry it out of the reach of Robbie Santana going backward, and it lands just inside the right field line. RBI single. Yes. And that might be it for Samir Muhammad. Miguel's headed back out second time this inning, and he is going to take the ball from him. Well done, Samir. Well done. He will give way to teammate left-hander number 12. Hang on. Keen Hyer. All right, Keen Hyer, 5'10", 180-pound senior, left-handed pitcher. I mean, just a parade of arms for both these teams. Just endless pitching staffs. Okay, so anyway, Keen Hyer, he's going to go play for the University of Richmond Spiders up in Richmond, Virginia, when he finishes up this year here at Jesuit. He is a 4-time all-tournament selection. Fastball up to 86 miles an hour. And he will come in with a 2-run deficit. All right, Luke Straw comes in to hit lefty on lefty against Keene Hyer. Cooper Notes, who singled, is at first base. Again, 2 outs, top of the 7th, 1 run in. Fastball, foul. Fastball outside. So Luke Straw is a freshman who is a 14-time perfect game all-tournament selection. That's a fastball that misses outside, and left-handed hitting Luke Straw works the count to 2 balls and a strike with 2 outs. That one popped up and foul. That one is fouled away.
By the way, folks, hang around. We got a JV doubleheader starting in 30 minutes.
And a collective groan from the Jesuit faithful as they thought Keene Hyer got strike 3 there, but home plate umpire thinks it's a little bit high, and now it is a full count. 3-2, 2 outs. And Keene Hyer about to throw pitch number 7 here. And a foul ball. If I could have a nickel for every foul ball tonight, we could pay off the national debt. Miguel's going to run out of balls. There's probably 20 of them in that pond out there. A few of them back on the barbecue grill. About a dozen in the bank parking lot. There is a liner to left field that hooks or slices foul. And there is a breaking ball that is just a little outside. And Luke Straw is on base with a walk, and that's going to bring up Gabe Campos. So with 2 outs and the top of the 7th, we continue. There's a pinch runner, number 27. Okay, so now Gabe Campos, he has struck out, walked, and singled. And then reached on an error. So he is technically 1 for 3 on the night. There's a curveball that somehow is not a strike. That looked pretty good to me. All right, Jackson. Let me get myself there. We're at Gabe Campos. All right, sorry, let me find him on here. That one hit hard right out the left field, and it drops right in front of him. The throw in, relayed, right on the money. The tag is there, and he's out at home. So what happened there is you had a hard line drive single to left field. Bounced right in front of left fielder Ben Burke, who comes up throws a strike right at the chest of third baseman Bryce Bessesi, who relays it right on the money to Vince DiCarlo and gets him sliding in at home. So the run does not score. It's 3-1, headed to the bottom of the 7th inning. So in the top of the 7th, 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error, 2 men left on base, and we move to the bottom of the 7th. It's Calvary 3, Jesuit 1. Okay, it is now Tyler Alvario. All right, Tyler Alvario comes in to face Cam Uzilia. Fastball right on the outside corner, strike 1. All right, Tyler, the shortstop, senior, 5'9", 175. Takes strike 1. That one too tall, too tight. Ball and a strike. There is a hook and a strike. That was a really nice breaking ball. Cam Uzilia sort of broke into a big smile there. He knew he pulled that one perfectly. So does he go back to it? Ball and 2 strikes. He does, but it lands foul, low and outside. Evens up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got to get on some kind of way here, Tyler. And that would bring up Vincent DiCarlo and the top of this lineup. There's a fastball, and he stays alive with a foul ball back into the netting, straight back. And he gets him swinging on a breaking ball, and the throw over on the drop third strike is in time. For out number 1. Okay, 3-1 Calvary, bottom of the 7th, and Jesuit has 2 outs left. Need a base runner. Vincent DiCarlo has walked, flown out to left, walked, and here he is for plate appearance number 4. There's that breaking ball, and Uzilia is probably going to use that a lot here. He's really landing it well in there. Let's see what he chooses. 0-1. That's a fastball, but that's too tall. And outside, a ball and a strike. Right-hander Uzilia. Right-hander Vince DiCarlo. There's that breaking ball, and he lands it for strike 2. Nope, he doesn't offer. It lands way in front of the plate and gets by Austin Recor. So that one bounces in, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. DeCarlo going to have to battle because you got to think he's going to see that diving breaking ball again here. Oh, no, they beat ball inside. They beat. That's the only game I think I saw. Okay, full count now. And DeCarlo trying to get aboard here and put some pressure on Uzilia with Murtaugh, Smith, and Anderson waiting to get their shot. You know you're going to get it from Murtaugh with 1 out so far. The guys beyond that just praying for it, and they don't get a prayer answered there as it's a strikeout again on the breaking ball. And Uzilia has 1 out left to go to seal a road victory for Calvary Christian, and an impressive one at that. Let's see if Cannon Murtaugh can stand in the way of it. We are 3 hours and 12 minutes into this. He has struck out and doubled, and he swings and hits a really high foul ball out of play. Way to go on the viewership game. Way to go out there, team. 445 of you guys listening in here and watching tonight. I'm impressed. Way to go, YouTubers. And a ball low and away. It bounces in there, and Cannon Murtaugh draws a long breath, gets himself settled in the box, and Cam Uzilia stands in. He's got a ball and a strike. Jesuit down to the last out. There's that breaking ball, and looked pretty close to all the others that have been strikes, but maybe that one's a little bit low, and it's now 2 balls and 1 strike. That is a fastball that's lined into right field by Murtaugh. He gets his 2nd hit of the night, and he is on base at first with a single. Line drive to right field. Nicely done by Cannon Murtaugh. It's going to bring up Brody Smith, who will get another crack at this. He has had a couple of swinging strikeouts and a ground out. And he technically is the tying run. But with 2 outs and Uzilia throwing like he is, it's an uphill climb. That's a fastball. Ooh, I guess that one was a little bit too low. Ball 1. Looked close. Thankfully for Jesuit, that is not a strike, and we got a ball and no strikes, and it looks like they're playing him pretty straight ahead here. That one down and in. 2-0, and Smith in the driver's seat here. So Recor runs out to talk to Uzilia. Say, hey, look, man, we're not done yet. Uzilia, 30 pitches so far, 16 balls, 14 strikes. That one off the heel of Brody Smith, and he is going to head over to first base, and now there are 2 men aboard. All right, brings up Wilson Anderson. Now Wilson has been a victim of the strikeout a couple of times, but had a huge RBI double to account for the only run. It was deep to left center field. Well, if he can pull that one out again, then things are going to get really interesting here. There's that breaking ball, and there's strike one. Breaking ball just off the outside corner. And a good look from Wilson Anderson. One and one. That went down and dusty, and it is 2 balls and a strike. And we are just trying to see how much tension we can dial up in this game. It is bottom of the 7th, 2 outs, 2 men on, 2-run deficit. Wilson Anderson, the starting pitcher, but also the DH here at the plate now with a 2-1 count. Fastball too tall, and it's 3 balls and a strike. And on deck is, I believe that's Robbie Santana. That is a breaking ball right in for a strike there. And it is now a full count. Kind of all comes down to this pitch here. And let's see who wins the battle. Cam Uzilia or Wilson Anderson. Appreciate the 450 plus people watching out there. 3-1 Calvary, bottom of the 7th. And the reverse pivot. That was a kind of about as useful as the L in salmon. Nobody really even reacted. And that is swung on and lifted in the air to the right side, drifting foul. Can anybody get to it? Yes, the right fielder can, but it does not come up with the play. It just drops harmlessly foul, and this goes on. And Max Mays, a great effort out there. He really did. He went a long, long way to get to it. Slides, and I know that's just out of your view with our camera here. But an excellent effort from Max Mays, but just in all of that, it was getting close to the fence out there near the bullpen and just couldn't come up with it. So it remains 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Nope, that misses low, and Wilson Anderson, excellent job holding up on that. That pitch has gotten a number of his teammates out tonight. He does not offer, and he's now on first base. And there will be a meeting on the mound. Is there going to be a pitching change? Coach Olson. No, it looks like he's just talking it all over with them out there. Probably going to bring everybody in. Another shout out to the one and only father, Richard Hermes, watching this one as he enjoys his time in St. Louis and his year sabbatical up there. And I bet you he's got to be missing being here at Hyer Family Park. I mean, this is what a game. Robbie Santana comes up. He has walked twice, been a victim of a strikeout, and walked twice. I know Father Hermes would probably be down in the dugout with the guys right now. Always a very hands-on and collegial guy with these young guys here at Jesuit. That one swung on and sliced up in the air and foul over the third base dugout and out of play. All right, 0-1. So Cam Uzilia, 39 pitches into this. And he's been a gamer since he came in relief. It is still a packed house out here. I guess so. I mean, who would want to lead this? Oh, a long, long stare in there. Gets the sign from Record. Here comes the pitch. A swing and a hefty but a hollow hack. Gee, 0-2. Boy, he didn't cheat himself on that hack. But comes up empty. 0-2. So certainly Uzilia in the driver's seat here. Got to think we're going to see that curveball at some point here. No, it goes with the heat. And he gets the strikeout and the 3-1 victory for the Calvary Christian Warriors. So it ends up Calvary 3 runs on 8 hits, no errors, 13 men left on base. Jesuit 1 run on 3 hits and commits 3 errors and 10 men left on base. So for the Jesuit fans out there, thank you all so much for viewing tonight's live stream. I'm Doug Poley. It's always enjoyed doing this. And this was everything we really hoped it would be. Just an excellent ball game. 2 well-coached teams, well-pitched, well-played. Thank you, everybody. Good night, and have a great rest of your Valentine's Day.
Well, what a game! Brett was just awesome out there tonight. Brett, it's been a while since he had a great game. Well, Fisher kept just so good. They really played well. That was a great victory for them.
Take care of them, man. Wrap it all up. Oh my God. 3.